Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I woke up this morning and the first thing I did was grab my phone to see if they were done reviewing my channel where I could reapply. And when I got on my phone and I didn't research it. I went to the YouTube, can't remember what it's called. Um, but you go in there and you can look through your own channel to see how things are going, the analytics, things like that. And I seen where it said reapply. So I got so excited. But first, I had to fix my insurance. I had the state insurance since I cannot work. And so I had to renew that. And then while I'm on hold, actually, I'm going through the YouTube thing. And I went to the second step of it. And then I went to select that the YouTube channel was mine. And then it said they had to review the channel and it would take a month. That's a big letdown. I might go back in there and see if I could change that. I hope so, because then that would mean that I can get monetized quicker, I think, or at least I hope. But anyway, on another note, didn't have a visit, but I slept really good. I remember thinking, this is going to sound silly. I know it is. I will admit it wholeheartedly. I remember thinking of my soulmate last night before I went to bed. And when I was thinking of the first bed thumper, I measured the ceiling. He was almost 8 feet tall. He was over 7.5 feet. Ezekiel is about the same. He's a big guy. And I remember trying to picture him that big, and I'm comparing him to the ceiling and stuff. And I'm like, I would fit just perfectly against his chest, rolled up in a ball, and go to sleep like that. And how wonderful and safe and comfortable would that feel? I don't know if I did or not. I went to sleep and slept all night, and I'm thankful for that. I don't get those nights often, but I like to think that I did. It's funny also that yesterday I was thinking about the last bed thumper coming at me aggressively, and I don't know that my guides cannot interfere. He's my guardian, though. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he cannot interfere either unless I ask him to. Um, when this bed thumper, the last one, came at me, I don't think that anybody was able to help me. I had to come out of that on my own. I couldn't think fast enough to say, Ezekiel, can you please get him? I did it on my own. I felt that. I know I've asked Zeke and my guides to take him away previously because he was doing my bed aggressively. And I know they took him away because it stopped when I asked for help. I would like to remember to say every day, I give you permission to interfere and prevent all negative things that would happen to me today. And I think my days would be perfect then. But on some things, they cannot interfere at all because it's a learning lesson, like the bed thumper coming at me. So when you say your prayers and you ask for help or guidance or whatever about something that you're very uncomfortable with that's going to happen, to not happen, if it does happen, know that there's a reason for it. There's a lesson to be learned. Always remember, it helped me in the beginning of my awakening. Things happen for a reason. There's a lesson to be learned, and the outcome of that lesson is what matters. You can't sit in your bedroom crying because you know it's going to happen, because that is not a good lesson learned task to do. And sometimes I forget that myself. Sometimes I think I'm reminded, you need to do this the best you can. And I'm thankful for those reminders. I don't know if it's my higher self or my guides or my guardian. I don't know. Once again, I set the camera up. I don't know what happens. As I said, I'm a sloucher. That's me slouching. That's me sitting straight up. It's not that big of a difference. And I noticed that I wasn't centered again. I was way low of the screen. I'm sure that a lot of people go through that. I'm not bothered by it, but I just feel kind of odd with my shoulders gone. I have to go get my medicine today, and I'm going to get a soda. I'm going to try to get out of the house. I might go to the park and read. I might even go in the backyard because my gravity chair is so comfortable, and it looks like it's pretty outside. I don't know how cold it is out there. Let me see how cold it is. "61 degrees. That's good weather. To me, that's sweater weather. That's hard to say. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. So that is probably all that I will do today. Might fix some lunch or something before I leave. I need to do more things with you guys. I would like to take you around in this house, but I'm kind of embarrassed of what it looks like. Being out of this room, my room is clean compared to the rest of the house. And with me walking through it and you seeing it makes me nervous. I don't want to show that part to you. I wish I had a bigger battery life on this phone because I would go out there tonight and aim the camera up to the sky and video what's in the sky. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling to have things to talk about. I hate that. I hate that about me. I am sitting here thinking in my pauses of going back in my YouTube to see if I could switch my AdSense account. So I'll let you know if I can do that. I feel like I just need to stop this video and go do what I need to do, including my YouTube. But then if I start again, I'll be just like I am now. So what's the point in that? I don't know if you guys are aware, but I have mentioned quite a bit here lately that I've been going places. I've got my car back under circumstances that I'm uncomfortable with. I can't say details or the reason. I didn't want it back permanently, but it turned out that I got it permanently. Hopefully not for long. I hope to be able to return it to the person I gave it to. There was misunderstandings and things and anger, and so it was brought to me. They do have another car, but yeah, that's the circumstance that I'm in right now. So I have been taking advantage, and I'm trying to get out of the house more often for my mental health. And sometimes I look outside and I think I don't want to go anywhere. Well, that's the depression talking. Because every time I leave the house, I am in such a better mood. My mental state improves. Try it and note that. If you're in your house and you're depressed, go outside and see how you feel. I mean, don't walk out the door and into your front yard and then back in. No, go outside and stay for about 30 minutes and then come in. You'll see a difference. The sun is our healer. I'm not exaggerating. It is our healer. To me, it's kind of a shame that we live in houses that prevent the sun to beam on us as long as it's in the sky in our direction. I do believe that the materials that we build our houses with prevent that energy from coming in. I do think it comes in through the windows, especially these windows. They are a single pane. But the sun is on me right now. And as you can see, those lines everywhere. The sun's on me practically, I should say, right now. And I can kind of feel a difference. It's not huge, but I do feel something. I would love to go outside barefoot, but my ex's yard is very rocky and the hard grass, it's not the soft grass that you enjoy walking on. It's the hard grass and there's roots out of the ground in various places. And as of now, because of the tornado, my daughter's nitro, a limb fell on it and shattered the back glass, and there's glass everywhere when you come out the front door into the yard. And so I'd be afraid to cut myself. I could put shoes on and walk further out, but then again, I don't know. I have tender feet. That's why I'm so picky. That's why I'm describing all this. If I walk out further and take my shoes off, it will still maybe hurt my feet. I might sit in my chair and put my bare feet on the ground. It's a thought. I have thought of doing that once before and I didn't follow through. I wish I had money to do long road trips. I would like to travel maybe 4 hours away to a city I've never been in before. That would be great and marvelous. I would take you with me, of course, and show you where I'm going. I think that when I own my own house, I want to somehow dig up the top layer of our yard, my yard, of the grass, and then lay down seeds of the very soft grass. I think it's called Bermuda grass. I might be wrong. And I really don't know if I have to dig up what I would have. I would just sprinkle the seeds. I have to research it because I would walk barefoot every single day out on my property anyway. I'm going to plant fruit trees and I'm going to do a garden that's going to be enormous. I'm going to have chickens. I'm not sure what else that I would have. And my issue is when I cross over, who's going to take over? I want them to take over, not get rid of the animals. Because doing that it affects their mental health as well. These beings have souls. They have a mind and they know what's going on. And to me, that'd be traumatic. I remember my mom trying to give me to some woman. That was very mentally painful. I remember my mom taking me through what looked like a park, and not like in the center of it or anything. It was on the side street. And I remember silver circular metal poles horizontally, like going around the park. And I remember looking at them. And I don't recall that I knew what was going to happen, but we went to this lady's house and my mom said, that's now going to be where I'm going to be living. And I got real upset. And I want to say that I seen her leave. And I didn't leave. It's sad. I was sitting on a couch. And I had to been 5 or younger, I'm not sure. But I was looking out this huge window that was behind this couch. And I'm sitting on the couch and I would not move. I had to go to the bathroom really bad and I didn't want to move. And the woman was offering me food and I still didn't move. And I remember just staring out that window. I thought if I stared long enough that my mom would come back. I don't know the time lapse of all of the situation unfolding. But I remember that lady. She was a nice lady, but she kept asking me, if I would turn around and talk to her. If I was hungry, she would make me something. I don't remember the next day. I don't remember the day it was when my mom did actually come back and get me. I don't know if the woman called her and told her, my mom, what I was going through. I don't know. But that was very painful. That's a memory I don't think of often. But I was really shocked that my mom gave me up. I will admit that when I was young, I was kind of a problem child. If I didn't get what I wanted, I would scream. And from what my sister told me, I would scream and get in the floor and have tantrums. I don't remember that. And in a way, that would weigh on a mother. I completely understand. But to give me away, that's a whole different story. There's different things that you can do to help your child get over those tantrums. And she wasn't willing to do that. I don't know if at that time I was going through her boyfriend list, the boyfriends who mistreated me. I don't know if that had started. I want to say it was before. But my mom, she was not a good mom. And I don't remember a lot at that age, but can you imagine a mother being mentally unstable? Because she is. I'm not just saying that just because. But she had to have been. And for her to try to raise me being a troubled child, I wonder if her men had any hand in that. Because all my life, her men controlled every aspect of my life. They weren't my father. Now, I'm going to say if these men were good men and nice men and treated me like a stepdad should, then yeah, scold me, ground me, do whatever. But she has never been with a good man. The man who was supposed to be my dad, he was the closest thing to a good man. But he drank a lot and he became slightly abusive to her and he cheated on her. He done that part through every relationship. The thing is also, I don't remember my sister being around often at all. She said she's been there. I don't remember it. It's kind of ironic. But I don't remember my sister being there when my mom gave me up. I don't remember my sister being anywhere, for that matter. I have memories of her here and there, not much, not many times, but I did block out a lot of my life because of what I was going through. I did not want this video to be talking about this, but hey, I think a part of this is therapy. And the reason why I say that is when you go see a therapist, you wonder, or at least I do, what am I going to talk about? Oh, look at my chin. Let me see if I can fix that. There, I don't know how long I was like that. Sorry. When you go to see a therapist, I personally think, how is this conversation going to start? What do we want to talk about? And it never fails that when I go to the therapist and I sit down, they always ask, how are you doing? And then things start pouring out. And I think that my channel is a part of that. I don't know. It just flows right out. When I saw my therapist yesterday, I remember looking at her thinking, you poor thing, because you're sitting there and you're listening to everything I was saying, and she does listen. And I just wonder if she's sitting there thinking, this woman is crazy. But she does make me cry. She says things that mean a lot and kind of point out that I am a good person. And that's very, very hard for me to absorb and to take. And I cried. And then I told her about certain circumstances that happened to me. And she's real sympathetic, and she would be like, you don't deserve that. You deserve better. Or she would say in this one circumstance, you need to forgive yourself and heal because you're important. You need to let that go. And it was over something I did that I wasn't very proud of. And I feel still at this point that I need to punish myself until I die. I should be in the state of forgiving me and being sorry for the things I've done for the rest of my life. I just felt and feel that I need to continue doing that. I don't know how to get to that point. I've never been in the situation to get to that point. And I asked her, when do I know to start letting it go and being okay with it? And she said, well, you're here, and that's a start. And that made me cry because I was like, I started and I didn't even know it. And for me to do something right really shocks me because I do things and nobody ever tells me, oh, you're doing the right thing, or it's okay that you do that, or you're doing a good job. I never get that. So I never know if I'm doing the right thing or not. And that's the reason why I went to therapy. I had went to a therapist that my daughter had seen, and he would tell her things about me that he shouldn't have. And she told me, she got mad at me, told me. And I approached him, and then I can't remember the circumstances, but he told her that he never told me anything. And I think it's how it went. It was something along those lines. And I have a daughter in the same clinic that sees a different counselor. And I made sure that the one I'm seeing does not see her because that itself was traumatic. There was more that unfolded from that situation that really bothered me. So I just don't want to go through that again. If you're feeling low and down for a prolonged period of time, or you're going through some kind of trauma that you just can't bear anymore, it is very important that you go see a therapist. I feel like I'm doing a sponsorship right now, but I'm not. But your mental health is very important, and your mental health needs to be in the normal range, not being sad or depressed or scared or traumatized. Your brain, which is yourself, needs to be and should be in a good place. And I need to listen to my own words when I say that. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. This is going to be a very short video. And once again, I'm sorry. I'm always sorry. But I hope you're doing well. I love you. And I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.